Welcome students. In this video I am going to discuss some more questions from exercise 6.1. Question number 21 is Ravi obtained 70 and 75 marks in first two unit tests. Find the minimum marks he should get in the third test to have an average of at least 60 marks. Now let x be the marks obtained by Ravi in the third unit test. We are given that he should obtain an average of at least 60 marks. That means average is always greater than or equal to 60. Now we calculate average by sum of all marks obtained by Ravi divided by the total number of tests. So the marks will be 70 plus 75 plus x in the third unit test, right? So divided by 3 is always greater than or equal to 60. So this is 145 plus x divided by 3 is greater than or equal to 60. Cross multiply and 3 is a positive, so sign will remain same. This is 145 plus x is greater than or equal to 180. That means x is greater than or equal to 35. So we'll write Ravi must obtain a minimum of 35 marks to have an average of at least 60 marks. Next question. The question number 23 and 24 both are important. Question number 23 is find all pair of consecutive odd positive integers, both of which are smaller than 10 such that their sum is more than 11. Now you have to find the pair of consecutive odd positive integer. Like if the first odd positive integer is 7, then its consecutive will be 9. If you have 5, its consecutive will be 7. So we suppose that let x be the smaller of two consecutive odd positive integer. So the other will be x plus 2. Now we are given the first condition that both are smaller than 10. Just look here. If here you have 10 on number line, look, this is x and this is x plus 2. Clearly x plus 2 is always greater than x because we are finding the positive odd consecutive integer, right? Now from here, number line, you can look carefully. If this x plus 2 is less than 10, then automatically this x will be less than 10. So that means it is important to have the condition on x plus 2. So here I have written this x plus 2 is less than 10. On solving, you are going to have x is less than 8, right? Now the second condition, the sum is more than 11. The sum will be x plus 2 is more than 11, right? On solving, 2x plus 2 is greater than 11, 2x is greater than 9, that means x is greater than 9 by 2. We divide here by 2, 2 is a positive number, so sign will remain same. That means x is greater than 4.5. From these two equations, equation 1 and 2, we have two inequalities. X is greater than 4.5 and is less than 8. So I have rewritten this as x is greater than 4.5 and less than 8. Now since x is odd, so x can take values 5 and 7. Now we have to find the pairs. So the consecutive of 5 will be 7 and the consecutive of 7 will be 9. Again same type of question. Question number 24. Find all pair of consecutive even positive integers, both of which are larger than 5, such that their sum is less than 23. Like the previous question, we have supposed that let x be the smaller of two consecutive even positive integer so that the other will be x plus 2. Now just look here. Here we are given both are greater than 5. If I have 5 here, then if I take x here and x plus 2. Now it's clear from the number line. If this x is more than 5, then automatically x plus 2 is always more than 5. So it's important to have condition on x. So I have written here x is greater than 5. And the sum is less than 23. This is sum less than 23. On solving, 2x plus 2 less than 23. So here 2x is less than 21. If I divide by 2, the sign will remain same. X is less than 21 by 2 or x is less than 10.5. Now from these two equations, we are going to have x greater than 5, but this is less than 10.5. So I have combined them. X is more than 5 but less than 10.5. Now since x is even, so x can take values 6, 8 and 10. You have to find the pair. So the consecutive even integers pair will be 6, 8, 8, 10 and 10, 12. Next question. Question number 25. The longest side of triangle is 3 times the shortest side, and the third side is 2 centimeters shorter than the longest side. If the perimeter of the triangle is at least 61 centimeters, find the minimum length of shortest side. Now you have to find the minimum length of shortest side. First we suppose that the length of shortest side is x centimeter. Read your statement again. The longest side is 3 times the shortest side. So the length of longest side will be 3x centimeter, and the third side is 2 centimeters shorter than the longest side. So the length of third side will be, this is your longest side, length of third side will be 3x minus 2 centimeter. Now we are given the perimeter is at least 61 centimeter. That means perimeter is always greater than or equal to 61. We evaluate the perimeter of triangle by adding sum of all sides of triangle, right? So here you have perimeter. So 7x minus 2 is always greater than or equal to 60. 7x is greater than or equal to 63. We divide by 7. Positive number, sign will remain same. So x is greater than or equal to 9. So we'll write the minimum length of the shortest side is 9 centimeter.